Good afternoon. This is All India Radio. I am Saira Mujtaba and with me is Lalima Aneja Dang with the Midday News. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi reaches Dhaka on a historic two-day visit to Bangladesh. Says the visit will contribute to even stronger bilateral relations between the two nations. India and Bangladesh jointly march towards golden future for which Bangabandhu, millions of Bangladeshis and thousands of Indians gave their all, says Prime Minister. All preparations in place for the first phase of assembly elections in West Bengal and Assam tomorrow. Over 5.55 lakh doses of COVID-19 vaccines administered to the beneficiaries in the country so far. Over 59,000 new cases reported in the country in the last 24 hours. Maharashtra reports nearly 36,000 new cases in a day. New Delhi says India will continue to supply COVID-19 vaccines to partner countries in a phased manner. In badminton, Kidambi Shrikant, Saina Nehwal and Ira Sharma advanced to quarterfinals of Orleans Masters tournament in Paris. Indian team wins gold in the 50-meter rifle mixed team event in the ISSF World Cup in New Delhi. And in cricket, second ODI of the three-match series between India and England underway in Pune. As the number of COVID cases are on the rise again, we appeal to our listeners not to lower the guard, follow all precautions and all those above 45 years to get vaccinated without any hesitation. Stay safe and protected by following these three simple steps. Wear a face mask, maintain 2 gaz ki duri for social distancing and focus on hand and face hygiene. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today reached Dhaka on a two-day visit to Bangladesh. After reaching Hazrat Shah Jalal International Airport in Dhaka, Mr. Modi straight away went to National Martyrs Monument, Savar, for the wreath-laying ceremony. Earlier, Mr. Modi was welcomed by his Bangladeshi counterpart, Sheikh Hasina, on his arrival at the Dhaka airport. He was accorded a guard of honor at the Dhaka airport. The Indian national anthem was also played on the occasion. A report from our Dhaka correspondent.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi arrived in Bangladesh to a grand welcome in Dhaka this morning. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina received him at the airport. After receiving the guard of honor and ceremonial welcome, Prime Minister Modi went to the National Martyrs Memorial at Savar, just outside Dhaka, to pay tribute to the martyrs of the Bangladesh Liberation War by laying a wreath on the memorial. Prime Minister Modi interacted with community representatives, youth icons and Liberation War fighters called Mukti Jodhas in Dhaka. Prime Minister Modi also met representatives of the ruling 14-party alliance and the main opposition, Bangladesh Nationalist Party. Foreign Minister of Bangladesh, Dr. A.K. Abdul Momen, will call upon Prime Minister Modi before he leaves for joining the National Day program of Bangladesh at the parade ground as the guest of honor later in the afternoon. Rajesh Jha with Yogesh Pandya for All India Radio, Dhaka.
Thanking Sheikh Hasina for the grand welcome, the Prime Minister said in a Twitter message that the visit will contribute to even stronger bilateral relations between the two nations. The visit is in connection with commemoration of three epochal events including Mujib Borsho, the birth centenary of Sheikh Mujibur Rahman. The other events are 50 years of the establishment of diplomatic ties between India and Bangladesh and 50 years of Bangladesh War of Liberation.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi has said that India will remain Bangladesh's partner as both countries jointly march towards the golden future for which Bangabandhu and millions of patriotic Bangladeshis and thousands of Indians gave their all. In an article published in a leading daily of Bangladesh on Friday, Prime Minister Modi said that in this historic commemorative year, India looks forward to the completion of important connectivity projects like the India-Bangladesh Friendship Pipeline and the Akhora-Agartala Rail Link. Emphasizing the importance of connectivity, he said that as connectivity improves, business between the two countries will increase, partnership will deepen, and new vistas of cooperation will open. He said that he firmly believes that India and Bangladesh are once again striving towards a destiny that the liberation of Bangladesh had once augured for the region. Recalling various achievements in bilateral relations like resolution of the land and maritime boundary issues and initiatives in the fields of connectivity, trade, people-to-people ties, Mr. Modi said that it is time once again to chart a bold ambition of India-Bangladesh partnership as Bangabandhu would have done. Earlier in a tweet yesterday, Prime Minister Modi said that partnership with Bangladesh is an important pillar of India's neighbourhood first policy. He said that India is committed to further deepen and diversify it. He reassured that India will continue to support Bangladesh's remarkable development journey under the dynamic leadership of Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina.
In an exclusive interview to All India Radio News, Dhaka correspondent Rajesh Jha, he said the two countries look forward to the golden year of the ties.
This is an extraordinary happy occasion, not only for Bangladesh, because while we celebrate the centenary of Bangabandhu's birthday, we are also remind ourselves of the historic role that the people, government and the armed forces of India played during our liberation war. So in all rounds way, while we call it our centenary celebration, I want to emphasize that in many respects, it is our joint celebration. And when you ask me about the relationship between the two countries, in a way, Bangladesh and India relationship is the most natural relationship and necessary relationship that you can imagine. We have a shared history, shared culture, language, and with this shared experience, coupled with India's historic assistance to us in 1971. It's a sort of a bond that few countries can proclaim. So in that respect, our good relation is not a question to ponder.
Mr. Rizvi is the international advisor to the Prime Minister of Bangladesh. As Bangladesh is celebrating the 100th birth anniversary of its founder, Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, we bring to our listeners the memorable voice of Bangabandhu.
আমার মুক্তির সংগ্রাম এবারের সংগ্রাম স্বাধীনতার সংগ্রাম আমার 25 তারিখে অ্যাসেম্বলি কল করেছে রক্তের দাগ শুকায় নাই আমি 10 তারিখে বলে দিয়েছি যে ওই শহীদের রক্তের উপর যে পাড়া দিয়ে আজ কৃষিতে মুজিবুর রহমান যোগদান করতে পারে না জয় বাংলা।
India's High Commissioner to Bangladesh, Vikram Doraiswamy, has said that the relations between the two countries are at their best. In an exclusive interview to All India Radio News, Dhaka correspondent Rajesh Jha, he outlined the contours of the bilateral relations.
The relationship has always been of extremely high priority for India. It is in fact one of our most prized and most important relationships. So from that standpoint, it is a particular pleasure to be able to say that India-Bangladesh ties are at their highest ever level since the 1970s. We can see this in the way in which there is complete political consensus in India of the importance of Bangladesh, the importance of a strong relationship with Bangladesh, and the importance of developing this relationship further. Our government, since 2014, has put in a lot of effort in this relationship.
India-Bangladesh ties have a civilizational, cultural, social and economic linkage. The two nations have much in common, a shared history and common heritage, linguistic and cultural ties, passion for music, literature and art. On the occasion of the 100th birth anniversary of Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, India and Bangladesh are together making a film titled Bangabandhu by renowned film director Shyam Benegal. Bengali movies are popular on both the sides, and Bangladeshi artists like Nusrat Faria, who featured in 2 Indo-Bangladeshi film projects, echoes the sentiments of our shared passions. Bangladesh was the country in focus at the 51st International Film Festival of India, IFFI, at Goa in January this year. 4 films screened were Jibandhuli by Tanveer Mukammal, Megh Mallar by Zahidur Rahman Anjan, Under Construction by Rubaiyat Hussain, and Sincerely Yours, Dhaka. Jibandhuli tells the story of a drummer and his family during the liberation war of Bangladesh against Pakistan in 1971. Music of Qazi Nazrul Islam, popularly known as Nazrul Geeti, and Rabindra Sangeet are equally popular in the two countries. And who can forget Roona Laila, famous for her melodious rendition of all-time hit Dama Dam Mast Qaland.
In the program Spotlight, the News Services Division of All India Radio will bring a special program, 50 Years of Bangladesh Liberation War. This can be heard on FM Gold channel and additional frequencies from 9:15 p.m. onwards. This program will also be available on our website newsonair.com and on our YouTube channel News on AIR Official. Polling will be held for the first phase of assembly elections in West Bengal and Assam tomorrow. All preparations are in place for the voting of 30 seats in West Bengal and 47 seats in Assam. The Election Commission has decided to use Voter Verifiable Paper Audit Trail, that is VVPAT, along with electronic voting machine EVM at every polling station with a view to enhance the transparency and credibility of the election process. The arrangements have already been made to ensure availability of adequate number of EVMs and VVPATs. In Assam, 264 candidates are in the fray. Participating in an AIR talk show last night, Joint CEO Rahul Chandra Das said that webcasting will be arranged specially in the vulnerable, critical and sensitive polling stations and in those polling stations having large number of electors. He said that all arrangements are in place to ensure free, fair and safe polling. Mr. Das informed that special emphasis has been given to ensure voters' safety in the wake of COVID-19.
In Assam, we have around 32,500 polling stations approximately. It has increased considerably because of the COVID protocol, and around 16,773 polling stations will be covered under webcasting. Through webcasting, monitoring of the poll day proceedings can be seen live on the poll day by the CO office, by the ECI and by the DO concerned also. And in the first phase of election, around 5,772 polling stations would be covered.
And we now go live to our correspondent in Guwahati for the latest update. Manas, what are the preparations for tomorrow's polling, especially in view of COVID?
Well, Saira, all preparations have been made to conduct very peacefully polling tomorrow. Regarding COVID, yes, there are certain provisions. For voters, masks are mandatory, sanitizer will be there, and for the last hour polling, if required, the polling personnel, and if required, even voters would wear PPE kit. There would be 3 rows, keeping in mind social distancing issues, and there will be additional polling stations this time, because one polling station maximum have 1,000 numbers of voters. In tomorrow, there will be around 11,500 polling stations. There will be help desks, there will be restrooms if required. So all the preparations have been made to conduct very peaceful, smooth, free, fair polling tomorrow. Back to you.
And what security arrangements are being taken, Manas?
Well, as the Joint CEO has already mentioned, 50% polling stations would be covered by webcasting. Apart from that, one police personnel and one homeguard would be deployed in all the polling stations. Apart from that, in addition to that, there are certain critical polling stations, though law and order situation in comparison to past a few years have been drastically improved in Assam. But even though, in keeping in mind the critical polling station, the Central Armed Police Forces will be deployed there, and senior officials, CEO, they have asked people to come out in large number to exercise their voting rights without any fear. Back to you.
Thank you, Manas, for that update.
In Assam, there are three main alliances this time, including the BJP-led National Democratic Alliance with partners Aham Gana Parishad AGP and the United People's Party Liberal UPPL and Mahajot or Grand Alliance led by the Congress. It includes All India United Democratic Front AIUDF, Bodoland People's Front BPF and the left parties, while yet another conglomerate of Aham Jatiya Party AJP and Raijor Dal is also there. Congress has fielded 43 candidates, AJP has 41, BJP 39, AGP 10, while 78 independents along with others are also trying their luck. Dhemaji district in Assam, where polling will be held tomorrow, the district administration has come up with a unique initiative to woo the young voters. The election officer of Dhemaji said that the administration has requested the first-time voters to click a selfie after casting votes and to send the photo to the district administration. After a lucky draw, one winner will become assistant commissioner for a day. The authorities hoped that it would encourage the new voters to exercise their franchise. There are around 6,000 first-time voters at Dhemaji. In West Bengal, 191 candidates will be vying for the 30 seats tomorrow. Out of 30 seats, BJP is contesting in 29 and alliance partner AJSU is fighting from the Baghamandi seat in Purulia district, while TMC is contesting in 29 seats and supporting an independent candidate in Jaipur constituency after the nomination of the party candidate was rejected. Congress, left parties and their alliance partner Indian Secular Front are fighting under the banner of Sanyukt Morcha.
And now we go over live to our correspondent in Mednipur for the latest update. Jitendra, what are the preparations for tomorrow's polling, especially in view of COVID?
Saira, COVID is a major concern for everyone nowadays, and special arrangements have been made in view of the COVID. And I am in Mednipur College ground right now. From here, polling parties are being sent to polling stations. So this time, COVID kits are also being given to the polling parties along with EVMs and PAT machines. So which have all the equipments like face shields, masks, gloves, and sanitizers. Apart from this, several arrangements have also been made at polling stations in view of COVID. Gloves will be provided to voters and thermal screening is mandatory for them. All the polling booths have been mapped and linked with the primary health center. Saira.
And what security arrangements are being taken, Jitendra?
Saira, security is a major concern and really a big issue in West Bengal, and several steps have been taken to make a fearless environment. At least 4 CAPF personnel have been deployed at each polling station as per the requirement. Deployment of troops have been increased of many polling stations. 50 to 20 quick response teams have also been deployed at each assembly seats. 50% booth will be covered through webcasting, while remaining 50% will be covered through CCTV cameras. And 50% videography will also be done at all polling stations. So security arrangements are very tight this time.
Right.
Saira.
Thank you, Jitendra, for that update. And our correspondent in Kolkata has filed this report taking a look at contestants from various political parties.
Former MP Pulin Bihari Baske is contesting as CPIM candidate for Keshiari seat. BJP has fielded Sonali Murmu Soren and Trinamool Congress has made Paresh Murmu their candidate for the seat. Another former MP Narohari Mahato of the BJP is in fray for Jaipur seat in Purulia, while Congress has fielded Phoni Bhushan Kumar against him. On the other hand, Trinamool Congress is supporting independent candidate Dibbajyoti Singhdeo at Jaipur as the nomination of their candidate had been rejected. In an interesting move, Despite being in Sangyukta Morcha, Forward Bloc has fielded their candidates in 2 seats in Jaipur and Purulia against Congress candidates. In this phase, sitting Minister Shantiram Mahato of the Trinamool Congress is contesting in Balarampur, while former ministers Jyotirmoy Kor, Sushanta Ghosh and Debolina Hembrom are also in fray. Madhuparna Dhar-Chaudhuri for AIR News, Kolkata.
Meanwhile, high-pitched electioneering is going on in full swing in respect of the second and third phase of assembly elections in Assam and West Bengal, and also for the single-phase elections in Kerala and Tamil Nadu, as well as the Union Territory of Puducherry. The process of filing nominations for the sixth phase of elections in West Bengal got underway today with the issuance of notification.
The Supreme Court today rejected the plea by NGO Association for Democratic Reforms ADR for a stay on issuance of electoral bonds scheduled from April 1 to 10 amid the assembly elections in 5 states. The plea was heard by a 3-judge bench led by Chief Justice of India S.A. Bobde. The Apex Court said that the electoral bonds had been issued several times before and that there is no evidence that has brought about its adverse impact on elections. You are listening to the Midday News on All India Radio. Here's a reminder of the headlines before we move on. Prime Minister Narendra Modi reaches Dhaka on a historic 2-day visit to Bangladesh, says the visit will contribute to even stronger bilateral relations between the two nations. India and Bangladesh jointly march towards golden future for which Bangabandhu, millions of Bangladeshis and thousands of Indians gave their all, says the Prime Minister. All preparations in place for the first phase of assembly elections in West Bengal and Assam tomorrow. Over 5 crore 55 lakh doses of COVID-19 vaccines administered to the beneficiaries in the country so far. Over 59,000 new cases reported in the country in the last 24 hours. Maharashtra reports nearly 36,000 new cases in a day. New Delhi says India will continue to supply COVID-19 vaccines to partner countries in a phased manner. In badminton, Kidambi Shrikant, Saina Nehwal and Ira Sharma advanced to quarterfinals of Orleans Masters tournament in Paris. Indian team win gold in the 50-meter mixed team event in the ISSF World Cup in New Delhi. And in cricket, second ODI of the 3-match series between India and England underway in Pune. Well, for quick news updates around the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts.
चलो मिलकर एक शुरुआत करें, चलो एक फैसला आज करें, मास्क नहीं तो टोकेंगे, कोरोना को रोकेंगे, चलो एक इरादा करते हैं, चलो कुछ वादा करते हैं, मास्क नहीं तो टोकेंगे, कोरोना को रोकेंगे.
Welcome back. You're listening to the Midday News. More than 5 crore 55 lakh 4,000 doses of COVID-19 vaccines have been administered to the beneficiaries in the country so far. The Health and Family Welfare Ministry today informed that in the last 24 hours, over 23 lakh 58,000 doses of vaccines have been administered. The country's COVID-19 recovery rate today stands at 95.08%, with total recovery of 32,987 patients in the last 24 hours. The Health Ministry said more than 1 crore 12 lakh patients have already recovered from the infection. The active caseload in the country is continuously rising due to a sudden spike in the cases reported from various states. At present, there are 4,21,066 active cases in the country, which comprises 3.55% of the total positive cases. A total of 59,118 new cases were reported in the country in the last 24 hours, taking the cumulative positive cases to over 1 crore 17 lakhs. 257 deaths were also reported in the same time period. 5 states, Maharashtra, Punjab, Karnataka, Chhattisgarh and Gujarat, have reported a surge in daily new cases. Maharashtra continues to report the highest daily new cases at 35,952. It's followed by Punjab with 2,661, while Karnataka reported 2,523 new cases. 3 states, Maharashtra, Kerala and Punjab, together account for over 73% of the total active cases in the country. More than 11 lakh samples were tested for coronavirus in the last 24 hours. India will continue to supply COVID-19 vaccines to partner countries over the coming weeks and months in a phased manner. Official sources said India has not imposed any ban on exports of vaccines, unlike many other countries. More than 60 million doses of made-in-India vaccines have been supplied to over 75 countries so far. No other country has supplied the world with as many doses as India has supplied so far. India commenced the domestic COVID-19 vaccination program on the 16th of January this year, and within days, it also commenced external supplies.
Maharashtra CM is expected to review the corona situation in the state today in a meeting with the district administration. Deputy Chief Minister Ajit Pawar informed that the government will take the strictest decision from 2nd of April if people do not adhere to COVID protocols. He demanded that all citizens above the age of 25 should be vaccinated. Meanwhile, Maharashtra has maintained a lead position in COVID vaccination in the country. Till date, 45.82 lakh beneficiaries have been vaccinated in the state. In Mumbai city, more than 10 lakh citizens are vaccinated. At least 10 deaths have been reported in a fire incident in Mumbai's private COVID hospital. More than 70 patients are shifted to nearby government and private COVID hospital. Maharashtra government has announced ex gratia of 5 lakh to the kin of those who lost their lives in this tragic incident. Vice President, the Maharashtra governor have offered their condolences to the bereaved families. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has expressed grief over the loss of lives due to a fire at a hospital in Mumbai. Mr. Modi has prayed for the speedy recovery of those injured.
On to sports now. In badminton, Kidambi Shrikant, Saina Nehwal and Ira Sharma advanced to the quarter-finals of the Orleans Masters badminton tournament in Paris last night. Top-seeded Shrikant beat Chem Jeonwei of Malaysia in a men's singles third-round match, while Olympics bronze medalist Saina prevailed over France's Marie Batamin. Ira made it to the last 8, beating Bulgaria's world number 71 Maria Metsova. In shooting, the Indian team of Sanjeev Rajput and Tejaswini Sawant has won gold in the 50 meters rifle 3 positions mixed team event at the ISSF World Cup at New Delhi. In the same event, the Indian duo of Aishwarya Pratap Singh Tomar and Sunidhi Chauhan bagged the bronze medal. India's Vijayveer Sidhu won silver medal in men's 25-meter rapid-fire pistol during the championship.
In cricket, the second ODI of the 3-match series between India and England is underway in Pune. India were 49 for 2 in 12.4 overs when reports last came in. England captain Jos Buttler won the toss and chose to field. India won the first ODI by 66 runs. England will look to level the series and stay alive in the contest. The third and final ODI will be played on Sunday. And now let's take a look at the weather forecast for today. National capital Delhi is facing strong surface winds. The maximum temperature in the city is likely to be around 32 degrees Celsius, while it recorded a minimum of 16 degrees. In Mumbai, the maximum temperature is likely to be around 37 degrees Celsius, while the minimum was 21 degrees. The city will have a mainly clear sky. In Chennai, the temperature will rise up to 35 degrees Celsius, while the minimum was 25 degrees. It will be partly cloudy sky in the city. Kolkata will have mainly clear sky. The city is expected to have a maximum temperature of around 38 degrees Celsius, while minimum temperature was 26 degrees. The sky in Srinagar will be mainly clear, becoming partly cloudy towards the evening. The temperature in the city will hover between 4 and 17 degrees Celsius. With clear skies, the temperature in Jammu will hover between 13 and 29 degrees Celsius.
And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Modi reaches Dhaka on a historic 2-day visit to Bangladesh. Says the visit will contribute to even stronger bilateral relations between the two nations. India and Bangladesh jointly march towards golden future, for which Bangabandhu, millions of Bangladeshis and thousands of Indians gave their all, says Prime Minister. All preparations in place for the first phase of assembly elections in West Bengal and Assam tomorrow. Over 5 crore 55 lakh doses of COVID-19 vaccines administered to the beneficiaries in the country so far. Over 59,000 new cases reported in the country in the last 24 hours. Maharashtra reports nearly 36,000 new cases in a day. New Delhi says India will continue to supply COVID-19 vaccines to partner countries in a phased manner. In badminton, Kidambi Shrikant, Saina Nehwal and Ira Sharma advanced to quarterfinals of Orleans Masters tournament in Paris. Indian team wins gold in the 50-meter rifle mixed team event in the ISSF World Cup. And in cricket, second ODI of the 3-match series between India and England underway in Pune. And with that, we end the midday news.